Okay, so, all right, so this is part two of the hand history review. Let's see what it do. Um, this is one of those spots where it's might be tempting to isolate here. Might be tempting to isolate, but um, I don't know. I don't hate a fold. Honestly, don't hate a limp either at the stake. Like 10-8 is doing pretty good multi-way, but probably just fold. Oh, good hand play. Yeah, just fold Jack 6. Alright, good sizing. Take it down. Easy game. Fold Jack 7. Fold A7. Good fold. Alright, now I'm defending here for sure. 9-7's like a pretty good hand. When you're getting like such a good price to call pre-flop that you should be defending wide, I would definitely call here. Although I will say I have been like not defending my big blind quite as religiously, but I mean that sizing. I never know what to do versus like that sizing. Um, I guess I don't mind a call. You're getting such a good price, but yeah, then again, you do set up like people to jam over the top of you. But I also don't hate a fold. But if it was like not suited, I think it would be a snap fold. But where it's like suited, there's more potential. So I'd probably flat here. Guess you can think about three betting too, but I don't know. I just want to make sure this is recording. I don't want to do this for like 45 minutes and then have it not be recorded. Yeah, fold. What's his stack depth? So I'm probably making it like 3,800. I mean, you are in position, like, so I guess you can make it any size really, but I would, I just don't think, I think Pyro, oh, sorry. Like, I think we do want him to fold sometimes and just take down the pot free. And I think when you make it that size, he's folding like 0% of the time. So I would definitely make it 3,800 here. All right. Okay. So when he checks to us, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people like to check back on flops like this because you flop so well. But I would honestly value bet here. Um, Probably make it like 3,400. That's good. You can also check back these flops too when you smash them this hard, and you just take it down. All right. I would probably re-raise to like I'd probably re-raise to like 6,700. But you can mix in flats too. So like I think a raise that's fine. Um, he is showing. Sorry, he is showing a tendency to limp, which is only 65 hands, but I mean that's like a reasonable sample size, or not really reasonable, but it's like it's enough to like get an idea. Um, but I never know what to make of when players have stats like this. I never know what to make of like their ranges here. But flatting is fine. And then if you flat and like this guy jams Caster Binks, it's a call in my opinion. Um, or it's a call if he re-ISOs, if Lucky Star were to re-ISO after he jams, I would probably just fold. But yeah, if you decide to three bet, I'd make it like anywhere from 5,800 to 6,400, and whatever sizing you're comfortable with. And if you flat, I would call off the stack. And if you three bet this guy, where he has 30 bigs, I don't know, you probably would have to fold. And it does suck to like three bet fold, um, but you can call too because he's gonna jam like tens and tens probably. You know what? I think I like a flat the best. Okay. All right. So now we're in a four-way pot. It's pretty goofy. Um, I'm just checking this back. Check. All right. If he checks, I would probably check back again, not to like protect my hand, but just to keep my ace kind of disguised. And I would just call. And if he bets, I would jam, and I would definitely value bet here. I would probably bet somewhere. Well, you can go a bunch of sizings actually. I would probably tend to bet smaller. I'd probably make it anywhere from like five to 8K. Good bet. I mean that sizing's fine, no doubt about it. But I just feel like we're pretty face up here. It's tough to get paid off, so I would tend to bet small. And I don't know. I feel like a good amount of the time we're chopping here. Wow, he must have had like some sort of pocket pair. Nice in. Fold three deuce. Fold jack eight. Fold queen seven. All right. I'm defending like a lot, and I might if he makes it like a min raise, I might re raise, but I also would probably just defend a lot of the time. Not now. Oh yeah. Sorry, I was saying up because of my my HUD got in the way of stuff. But yeah, that's fine sizing there. Ooh. If it's folded to us, I am probably defending this combo. I mean, I don't hate a fold, but just such a strong hand. He does make it really big too. Uh, yeah, you can fold. Folding's probably the best play. I don't know, but if you feel like you can, like, I guess he is shallow too. I don't know. Probably folding's best. It's just, pretty tough to raise fold that hand, in my opinion. All right, good. You can three bet too if you chose to ever mix in like a three bet here, like because a lot of people just fold to three bets. I would probably go like 7,800, anywhere from 100 to 8,400. You can always try to think about like especially when you're the stack size like 47 big blinds deep. If you were like 20 to 30 big blinds deep, it's tougher. Like 25 big blinds deep, you can like jam in these spots because like they're going to be folding a lot, and you have to look at their stack size too. Like when they are when they are having like when they're raising with like 15 big blinds and you're 15 to 20 big blinds deep, you might not want to jam and just defend. But if like let's say he had this stack like 78k and you only had like 21,000 here, it would be like I haven't later or anything, but it would be a good spot for a jam, I think, because I think he's gonna fold sometimes or like a decent amount of times, and then the hand ranges that he calls you with, um, will get there. But that's like if stack depths are different, you know. But yeah, defending's fine, and but also this isn't a terrible hand to three bet with. I think a lot of the times you might take it down pre, and when he calls you, you are gonna flop like reasonable. You know, it's a good hand. So, but defending's good too. All right, you defend, and definitely gonna check call one here. We have a pair, backdoor flush draw, backdoor straight. All right, and now things are getting interesting. I think we just have to check bets, but I wouldn't hate a check call. All right, now when he checks, he's representing like some sort of like showdown value. Um, or he could just be giving up. He could have like some sort of club in his hand that he just wants to take a river with. Um, it looks like he probably has like. I mean, he can have a lot of hands actually, but hmm, I would probably. Well, we'll see what comes on the river. So you check, he checked, and I think. I mean, you can turn your hand into a bluff here. You can bet like anywhere from like 7K to like overbet, which I don't think would be bad. You don't have like any blockers really, but on monotone, um, like all or I don't know, not monotone, but like all, yeah, it's monotone, right? All there's 4 card flush out there. I think those are good cards to like bluff on, and I think definitely part of his range that he's checking back is like clubs, like king of clubs and stuff like that. But I think sometimes he is just check giving up here, and it is tough to call with an ace without a club. Any non club hand, it's just extremely tough to call with, and I think it is important to pick up pots on the river, and think about how often you get paid off on the river when you have it. Like it's tough to get paid off. People fold a lot more on rivers than than people like think. So like yeah, you can go like six to like over bet here, and I think I wouldn't like think it was spurious or anything. Um, so yeah, you can turn your hand into a bluff, but if you decide to check, I would just check fold. Yeah. Okay, so you bet. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think a bluff probably would have worked, but like I'm not the guy that's like, oh, you should have bluffed there. I get it. I've definitely checked in that spot a million times. But I think like what's the thing says is like if you're not getting called by if you're not getting if you're bluffing if you get called if you're not getting called on bluffs like you're not bluffing enough. Something like that. Um. All right. So Jack King 8 2 2. If there were two clubs on this board, I would check it back. I always like to check back. Backdoor nut flush draws. Uh, but it varies. I think that you can tell a good story here. Like I would probably see bet like 2400. All right, nice takedown. Um, I mean I get this fold, but I would probably raise here, and I would probably go like 4100 ish. Um, but I I mean I don't hate the fold, but this guy like seems to be pretty sorry pretty passive. So you can attack the like his limps and whatnot. But I think I can see myself folding in the spot too. So I don't hate a fold, but I wouldn't hate a raise either. All right. Oh, like I said earlier, I would be defending that. It's a good combo. It's all right though. Well, I say it's all right, but you really should be defending that. All right, opening. Nice takedown. I don't mean to be too much of a nitpicker, and I definitely do this too, but keep in mind you did make it a min raise with a7, and now you're making it 2550. But overall, like from the last hand history and stuff, your sizing has been good. But I think it's something to definitely stay conscious of. I totally do it too because I generally don't min raise. I generally type in. Um, I do find myself uh, making all sorts of weird sizes, especially when I'm playing a lot of tables. But I used to be really good about it, and then now I feel like I catch myself making it different sizing sometimes with different hands, but still a good sizing, but just where it's like last time you made it just a min race. So basically, what I'm saying is like when you change your sizing, it might not matter like in this particular game right here, but like some players are gonna pick up on that. Whereas like obviously you didn't show down at your A7, but um like if they're noticing that you're making it different sizes pre-flop, they might pay attention to like what you're doing kind of thing. And yeah, that's all I have to say on that. And I am, I would probably C bet. I just really like to go after like multi-way pots, especially when you're like deep enough. Like if I had like nah, dude, probably just check. But if it was like I don't know, like 9-4-6 rainbow, I would definitely bet in a four-way pot. Uh, but this one I think smashes their range a little too hard. But when you're like 39 big blinds deep in multi-way pots and stuff, you can try to take some pots down. Um, when you're into like the 10 to 20 big blind range, I would not see bet like as much, but I don't know if like my opinion on that is good or not, but I would probably just check here. All right, that's a good turn. Wow. I have no fucking clue what to do here. I mean, I don't think folding is a good option. And I think, wow, this is a tough spot. I always feel like jamming's bad because you're only, I mean, obviously you're going to get called like Queen Jack, King Queen, Queen 10, stuff like that. But when you call, you do leave bluffs in there. But I don't know. I think the play here is to call. And I know a lot of people like want to raise to like protect their hand and stuff. But just in like the case they are bluffing, I think you should just let them do it or like value bet worse. Oh, I mean, yeah, I mean, so you fold like I was saying, it's like a tough spot, but um, mm, I mean, it's really tough to fold, but his sizing does look like pretty strong. It's definitely not Jack 10. It could be like Queen 9. It could be 9-8. He might go this sizing with a set because it's such a drawy board, but I think it's pretty tough to fold here. I would definitely call and just see what he does on the river and try to get the showdown because if like I don't know if the 10 of spades rolls off and like if he has a set he might just check and then like you can just see a showdown or whatever and you don't get stacked or like maybe he is bluffing and you can call like the you can call here and then reevaluate the river, maybe like check back. But I definitely would try to get to showdown with Ace Queen here. So yeah, I would definitely call. I just think if you fold here, you're just over folding. I would definitely open this. Oops. I have to hit play every time. Because what I'm trying to do is like stop it and say what I would do like before you did it. Um, I would probably open here. It's not a terrible fold though. Might be a good fold actually. Let's see. What are stack sizes? Um, I think you can check back or raise. If I were gonna raise, I'd make it like 4,800. And this might be like kind of like an unorthodox play that might get you into trouble, but you can sometimes think about floating here and trying to get him to shut down on the turn. You can think about raising here. Raise doesn't make a ton of sense, but floating flops in position with like air with the intention of taking it down on the turn can uh, win you some pots sometimes. And then also another thing to do with like floating here is like king high could be the best hand. So like sometimes you can call and then he checks. So yes, you can take a couple lines with a call here. Some um you can float, try to take it down on the turn, or sometimes you can float using the logic that you think is hand, um and uh and try to get the showdown. But a fold's fine too. But I think floating in position with the play with like the thought of like taking it down with a bet on the turn is something people should have in their repertoire. Just folding here. Good open. Uh, See, these are these spots that like really mess with my mind because it's a board, so it's like good to see bet, but if he realizes it's a dry board, it might be a good board to check raise. Um, don't have much going on for backdoor draws. I would not hate a delayed c bet here, and I would not hate a c bet. And if when you do c bet, you really don't have to make it big on like this dry board. Like you can probably get away with like a 3K c bet here, like 2,700 to like 3,300 is what I would c bet here. All right, you get a call, and you can think about barreling here because, like when the queen comes, it's it really makes like 8x tough to call. Obviously, 8 queen's gonna call, but and like if he had like if he peeled the flop with like a 5 with a diamond draw, yada yada yada. But this is a turn you can think about double barreling, and if I were to double make it like 8,200, uh, or you can choose to give up. I don't really know what to make of his range here. Um, yeah, he could, but like if he has like 8-9, which is a hand he's probably defending the big blind with, um, when the queen comes on the turn, it's a good card to barrel. Um, just something to think about is like on boards like this, like King 8-5, when a face card comes out on the turn, it's always a good card to double barrel. Good double barrel, I like it. Uh, Looks like he has a king though, unfortunately. Just like stubborn, like 8-9. But if you unloaded the clip here, I wouldn't hate it. You don't have. I mean, there's nothing really you can block on this board, so I guess blockers don't really matter. But if I were you and I was going to bluff, I would probably just jam. Um, Jam or bet like anywhere from 18 to 21K. You can go a lot of sizes here, but yeah. King 3, yeah. So he probably wouldn't have folded to a jam. So that's a good check back though. But I do, even though it didn't work out, I do like that double barrel. But yeah, there's a ton of different stuff we could have done there. We could have just checked back the flop. I do that a lot. It's like when the flop comes. I mean, this is a really good board to see bet, but when the flop does come, um, you can check back a lot of ace highs and stuff, and either delayed c bet or check fold if he bets, or just try to get the showdown. That's why I don't think I'm very good of a coach, because I'm just like, instead of giving like positive, I give like weird answers like oh, anything really works there. I don't know. All right. I'm not saying that this was probably a fold, but let's just take a look at stack sizes. Yeah, I think fold's proper. Ooh, folding now, but in this spot, I would have either defended or jammed with 20 bigs, and this goes into the spot that I was talking about earlier with 20 big blind jams. Like, he is going to raise a lot. I have 809 hands on him. He isn't like a crazy aggressive person, but he is. Um, he is opening like he does have a raise fold range here, basically. So you can defend or just rip it in his face, whatever you're comfortable with. If you're comfortable with your skills post flop, by all means, just flat the big blind. But you can always think about jamming here, like as wide as like Jack 10 suited, and it's like that. Jack 10 suited is actually probably a better candidate than this one. Actually, which kind of makes me want to lean more towards defend. But yeah, I don't know. Fucking jam or defend's fine. But folding to a 3 bet from the small blind. All right, and I would with 18 big blinds, I would jam here. Yeah, you just like you allow too much equity, and honestly, if I had like even the nuts like aces or kings, I might go exploitable and and jam. But I think most of the hands that you're gonna want to play this pot with, you're gonna either want to fold or jam. If you have like a hand like pocket threes, you'd be getting a great price, so I wouldn't hate just flatting here. But a hand this strong, I would just jam. And this is the spot where you can probably jam like king jack, king queen, queen jack suited, stuff like that. But I would not just flat here. I would either jam these tens with 20 bigs or 18 bigs or fold. Or sorry, never folding, but the play is in this spot to jam or fold, like with your hand ranges. So like if you have like if you have king 10 here, like you shouldn't really flat. You should jam or fold. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, and we're just gonna check fold. Let's see what he's flattened them. How did it show? Yeah, but still, you would have. He might have folded, and you would have gotten him. It would have gone in with 3 outs, and then like you could have had him crushed. So he definitely would have called, but still, like he has a raise fold range, and a lot of the times I mean, you would have been fine to take a flip there, obviously. Um, but like one, he's raised folding a lot, and then two, he's gonna call you with like worse pairs and and stuff like that. But I just feel like calling there um, kind of sets you up for disaster. I would have jammed pre. I think you're too wide to jam here. I do kind of I like it's like not necessarily bad because it's not exploitable and it's doing well against people's calling range, but I think you're too deep to jam. Um, if you had like 23 or 24K, I would jam, but I do not think Jack 9 is a jam with 16 big blinds in the cutoff. I would just go for like a raise to like little over min raise here, in my opinion. But at the same time, this play like isn't exploitable. But I just think you're a little too deep to open rip here. Nice. Holy shit. Nice hand. Whoops, spare it play. Keep forgetting hit play. Fold. I would, yeah, I would see bet this flop. And to that sizing, we're just gonna be folding. But I would see that. All right, I would defend. Good defend. Probably check call one. I don't hate it. I would probably check call one. Dun, 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 dun. So I like that sizing. And calling. Nice. Ugh, bummer. Nothing you can do about that. Hate these spots. Alright, that guy makes it easy for you, but when it comes to here and it's folded, like, I absolutely never know. Um, hmm. I don't hate it. I don't, I might like it. I just wish it was like, if it was 610 suited, I think it'd be a no-brainer. But it also depends on like I don't know if you're in the money or like what stage of the tournament you're at or anything like that. That because all those factors matter. I guess if it's just like chip EV or whatever, it's like a break even to slightly losing jam. I think like you do have fold equity and hands that are calling you with. You're generally going to be not in terrible shape against. But yeah. So I'm just gonna say I don't really like. I think either way this, but you can certainly fold here. Like I don't think this is necessarily an any two jam spot. But yeah. So I'll just say it. This one's whatever. All right. All right. I just want to check stack sets here. Uh, I mean, I found myself folding in the spot too, but I never. I always feel like I'm being way too tight when I do. But yeah, you are 20 big blinds deep, and you're under the gun. Just it's a pretty strong hand, but yeah, if you get three bet, you're not in good shape a lot. I don't know. I'm gonna say I would probably open. I've been trying to open more spots like this lately, but a fold is probably fine. I would probably just call. Yikes. Check back. Erg. Yeah, obviously checking back, but I was trying to think about what I would do if you bet. Yeah, so checking back here. Interest. Oops. I just want to see how this one plays out. Yeah, fold. Yeah, we're gonna be playing aces. I mean, I don't hate the shove because it is like it's a good thought process. Like you do it with 6-10, you do it with aces. That's good. Like you're balanced. But I think sometimes you can go exploitable, especially at like lower stakes, because people aren't gonna really like they're just gonna look at it like it's a min raise, and they're not gonna really think like, oh, uh, like he's min raising and when he has a stack depth that is usually jam folding. He's probably pretty nutted right here. So you can think about just min raising, but I do like the jam because probably a lot of hands that get to induce jams are probably calling jams as well. Um, but yeah, oh boy, uh, that sucks. But yeah, it looks like that's the end of the hand history. Saw some good stuff. Like, I mean, honestly, it wasn't bad at all. But like again, I'm like in no place to really explain to somebody. I just figured I would just like do this for you because I said I would or whatever. But yeah, man, good stuff. I hope you found this helpful, and good luck at the tables. Take care.